Okay, so this may sound very ranty today. I don't know. I got a few things to rant about, I guess. One of the things is I'm still watching this show called I'm Dying Up Here. It's Showtime, but it's new on Hulu. But you maybe have to have Showtime to see it on Hulu, even though it's showing that it's, just has episodes coming. I'm not sure. So, because I think this show is older, but it's so, so good. Oh my God, I love this show. I love the characters, and they have a lot of serious subject matter that they go over. But, they don't, I feel like they don't shove it down in your face so much. They just show you things, kind of like plant seeds. One of the ones too is they keep talking. There's a episode, I think a couple episodes, where they kind of keep, swirling it through a few about manifesting. And it's all these comics and people, wannabes. They want to be famous. They want to be successful in the entertainment field. So they, are into this manifesting. And it's so funny because, this is based like older kind of times. I don't think, because one of the guys came back from Vietnam. So I swear, I think it is in the 70s. I don't think it's in the 80s, but maybe because one day she did reference like, this isn't the 70s. So I don't know, but they dress different. Everything is different. The cars, the style. So, it's older. I mean, it's a time period piece kind of show. But the manifesting thing is funny because I remember when my sister read this book called Norman Vincent. It was by Norman Vincent Peale. And it's called The Power of Positive Thinking. And we were just teenagers. And she wanted to be a famous actress. So she just was relentless about this positive thinking thing. And she was just constantly telling us all, she's going to be a famous actress when she's getting her award. I mean, she was full on and, going on that path. She's going for auditions. She was all over the place. She even got a starring role in a real B movie kind of thing, like a B movie sci-fi. And, she was really set. And it didn't happen. But the reason it didn't happen is because you can't manifest what is not supposed to happen. You can't make something happen that's not supposed to happen because it's all destiny. So that is where you direct your energy towards, you're trying to force something to happen that isn't going to happen. And either you enjoy the ride, like, oh yeah, that was so fun while I was doing that. I learned so much. I met so many cool people. But it doesn't mean it's going to end the way you want it to end. Like she thought it was going to end with her on a stage accepting an Oscar. So, and, she's substitute teaching in North Carolina. And, she had to become a teacher because her waitressing hand gave out and they had to retrain her in something. So she became a teacher. Anyways, so the whole thing is that when you're manifesting, you don't go for the end game like that. You don't go like, I like the $1 million. You don't just go, I just want to manifest $1 million. I mean, if you're meant to have $1 million, it will come. If you're not, then that won't come. But when you're manifesting, I want to be successful. My tongue's still doing it. I want to be successful. I hope it means that this is coming back to life. I don't know. It's weird. That you want to be successful. You want something that is, from your heart and your soul. So it's hard to explain unless you kind of understand what I'm talking about. Then, you don't need me to go into so much explanation because you're just kind of like, oh, that makes sense. But it is all in what you're trying to manifest and how you're trying to manifest it. You can't just make a whole different life path than what you're here to create. And so if you're driven by ego, which I would say in most cases that people are, when they're chasing something that is like for entertainment, most of them who are chasing that, I think, are really chasing acceptance. They want other people to love them because they think that's going to help them love themselves. But it doesn't. You can have everybody in the world love you, but if you don't know what's lovable about you, you don't know in your core your own worth, then it's still going to feel empty and dissatisfied, and it's going to make you probably even more depressed. So it's all about learning your own self-worth. It's all about learning how to love yourself, because then it doesn't matter who else loves you. You're famous in your own mind. So anyways, that's something to think about. And I've been watching this. I'm on season 2 now, and I just love it. The characters, I just love it so much. I'm going to be so disappointed when it's over. It's one of those shows that's like, you want to keep going and going and going. You want to follow these people and their careers and their lives and their relationships. And because it's fun. There's a few characters, I just love them. And but in between, my neighbor I went in on wood with my neighbor. I've been talking about the wood thing and what a weird thing it is out here. Like, people have just come up with any way to rip people off. Like, right now there's like and I'm not talking about wood you build a house with. I'm talking about wood you burn in the fireplace. And when I was driving, I said there's so much building going on. And when they are building, they are clear cutting. So they take down all those trees, they pile them over to the side. So obviously, some people have a business, they're selling those trees, because that's what my neighbor bought. He bought all these, they just came and brought a load of trees. And yesterday he told me what was really crazy too, because I just saw the big giant truck. I couldn't see everything that was going on, but I saw the big giant truck. And at first I didn't even know they were big trees, but then all of a sudden I saw like this giant stack of big trees. But it was about a 21-year-old girl who came out by herself in this giant ass truck and unloaded all these big giant ass trees. That is a badass girl, man. Like, she'd probably been working with her family doing this since she was a kid. I was really impressed by that. But so we have all these trees out there, and it's been just rainy and crappy. And this weekend it was, we had that sun. So he went out and he was sawing. So he was trying to give me my wood first. So yesterday we went out, and I went over to their house and got my stack of wood with his wife, and we were throwing it over the fence. It's a huge stack of wood, because he's cutting and splitting all this wood. He's still got such a huge stack. But so we're throwing all my wood over the fence. It may sound like, oh, that would be easy. It's freaking hard work, man. Just going and picking up a whole bunch of wood. You got to bend down, pick up all this wood, carry it over to the next place, throw it over, then go back and do it over and over and over. It's like you are a human little truck, and it wears you out. You can see why, the more advanced races that came here decided, hey, we need some slaves. We can't do this on our own, because work is hard, but it also makes you feel alive. They've got us all being a bunch of weak-ass city people who can't do shit for themselves. You come out and you start actually, doing things for yourself. It's a lot of hard work. I've done so much stuff here on my own, and it has just shown me so much about my own resilience and, what I'm made of. And I'm a fucking badass myself. So anyways, and then yesterday afternoon, I came in, I think, for a little while, and I ate and probably watched an episode. Then I went back out and started moving it into my woodshed. I only got partway through. It's so much work. So I'm going to do, hopefully I'll finish it today, but we'll see. I'm not going to put pressure on myself like, oh, you're a failure if you don't do it. Because so many people put so much limitations on themselves. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, then you're a worthless piece of shit. It's like, those are their standards that you are trying to, live by. You're trying to be something for, the cabal to be proud of. So, that's where you got to quit trying to please others and start trying to figure out what pleases you. So, doing all that hard work. And then I came in and which, by the way, I'm still having this weird, and I swear it's ever since they sprayed whatever is all over my car. And yesterday it was way more. It's not anywhere else, but it's all like, you can just see it really good because the color of my car and the color of whatever they're spraying, it is, you can just see it. And it is, and I don't know if they're spraying it from the sky and it floats down and kind of just spreads out. I don't know. Because when it did it to the trees last year, which I know they're spraying us all the fucking time. But, you know, and it made all those splatters. You could see splatters everywhere. It's weird. But only if you're paying attention. Because so many people are like, what? No, that's just a tree disease. I'm like, oh. So, I've just been feeling like really weird. Just like super weird. I don't even know how to explain it. But I feel super weak. Like that I'm just drained of energy. Still a storm right now, but she kept us up all night. Oh my God, last night was a rough night. And, you know, I'm laying there and I'm in horrible pain. You know, I worked my ass off too. And that's on top of my normal, what I think is the toxins in my body. You know, it feels sometimes like every cell in my body is in pain. And so last night I'm trying to lay there on my shit ass mattress, my shit ass pillow. I was so uncomfortable. She keeps waking me up every time I would start to go, just doze off. She'd just jump up and start doing something. I was like, oh my God, this is hell. I was so frustrated and I was so uncomfortable. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to get to sleep. This is horrible. I'm so uncomfortable. So I just decided I'm going to just start telling myself over and over, you get such a good night's sleep. You have no pain. You feel so good. I kept trying to do that, but I kept getting interrupted by her, but I kept trying to do it. And, you know, because it is all about kind of tricking our mind, you know, it is kind of our, you know, our consciousness, but all of this stuff nothing's real, but it's as real as we think it is. So if we think something is real, then we make it real. So we have control over our healing and our pain and stuff. But it's you know, it's a challenge when every single cell in your body is hurting to try and tell yourself, oh, you don't feel that. You don't feel that. It is hard. I did go to sleep like a little here and there. I just kept saying, okay, you've got nothing to do today but move wood. If you wanted to, you could just go take a nap. Don't stress out. Don't worry because you're not getting a good night's sleep. You'll be fine. So, you know, I did get a little sleep, I guess, but it was like I was aware all night of how uncomfortable I was. So I'm really hoping this new mattress pad is going to really improve my sleep. I don't know. But this poison stuff is insane. And yesterday, my friend in Australia, you know, who I tell all of this same stuff to. I mean, this is who I am. This is what I talk about. When you start talking to me, I'm going to start talking about this shit. So, you know, I'm always talking about how we're being poisoned all the time. And, you know, she'll listen to me say some stuff and she'll just be like, oh, okay, I didn't know that and stuff. But it's planted a seed. And then she starts noticing, oh my gosh, look at this. She's right. Look at this. She's right. You know, she keeps calling me and telling, or, you know, messaging me and telling me. And so I was on the, yesterday she did, and she was like, you're not going to believe this, what I saw today. And it was somebody who was on, they're pregnant, they're on prenatal vitamins, and for some reason, and who knows if it was just, you know, maybe it's their spidey senses, but they decided to dissolve the pill. So they dissolved it in a glass of water. Then they put a magnet up. Guess what's in it? Same thing that's in these. That little black critter that just magnetizes. So, you know, I keep trying to tell people, hey, it's in every fucking thing. If any of us who think that the people who got these got something different that's inside of us, no. We all have the same fucking poison in us. We're all poison. We are so full of fucking toxins and what is the other thing too? The additives that preservatives. We are so full of preservatives, toxin, all of this shit. We're full of it, and whatever this little black magnetic creature. I mean, they've named it and stuff, whatever this is, but, you know, and the people who have been studying this say, you know, it's like it has a mind of its own. It's very creepy. And that's where the people with the 5G start coming in and start saying, you know, with the frequency and magnet, and they can do whatever. I mean, I don't know. There's just no telling, you know, what their plan is, because it's beyond just poisonous to get us to take big pharma. You know, it's beyond that. There's more going on. And, you know, yesterday when I was saying about, you know, this isn't going to be Handmaid's Tale, because we're already in Handmaid's Tale. That's already going. They already have whole facilities full of breeders, you know, and some of them are born into it. Some are kidnapped into it. There's all different reasons, but there's already girls who are held because they need so many baby parts. They're just mass producing baby parts. So, I mean, that is already occurring, you know, and that's probably one of the things that will be in the 75% of stuff they're not going to release to the public, because there's so much stuff. I mean, we would be consumed with information if we knew everything. And it's, you know, it's disturbing, but that's the world that we exist in, you know, and what so many are willing to accept. And so today, you know, I was turning on my show, and so Showtime has to throw some commercials my way, and Dexter comes on, and of course it's got like a song I love, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm so fucking disgusted. They put these fucking songs that we like, into this imagery that is disturbing. Even the whole subject matter. You know, let's make this serial killer. Let's make him like super cool. You know, let's take somebody who has no conscience and make him seem fun. You know, so serial killing has a, you know, good message. You know, I mean, a serial killer with a heart. He's only going to serial kill the bad guys. You know, well, bad guys, it's all, you know, not everybody sees the same bad guy. You know, if you got, you know, somebody who's just going around raping little kids and murdering and stuff like that, well, I think we'll all agree, yeah, that's a bad guy. But it is still, I don't know, this whole thing with this vigilante and murdering and stuff, but the song things, that just keeps getting me, you know. And don't kid yourself and think they don't, oh, that's by accident. They wouldn't do this on purpose. How many albums you think have sold for them being the soundtrack albums? I mean, we've got soundtrack albums, you know, and there's tons of them, and they sell like crazy. They understand subliminal messaging. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing, and you know, they're gonna make money off the fucking album, no doubt about it. And so I was like, what the fuck? And it was like a couple months ago, and I shared it, but I think it got taken down. And it might have been part of the reason why I got kicked off of. It definitely got community guidelines when I tried to share it. And it was somebody, it was a classic rock guy. I can't think of who it was. I can picture him, but I can't think of who or what band it was. This to me, like, you know, from Pink Floyd or something, some song that is just like, you know, been around for 40 or 50 years, a classic, famous song. And Zuckerberg wanted to buy the rights. He wanted to use it for, what is that thing called, Meta or something, his virtual world. So he wanted to use it to promote that. And the guy went on a rant. He was like, fuck no. And he told exactly what he thought about the whole situation. I was like, hell yeah. Somebody's not selling out? Fuck. Thank you. And so when I keep hearing these other songs, so this morning I'm thinking, why do these people sell out like this? And then it came to me like, oh, they don't all just sell out. Some of them, they are in contracts with managers, and oh, and that's another thing it keeps showing too in this show. They call it CMA, I think. CMA, I think, is what I was talking about the other day, which I think it's really called CAA, but it could be CMA, but I swear it's called CAA. But you could look it up and look up, what's her name? That girl I said yesterday, I think. I said is so fucking annoying. I'll think of it in a second. But you could look her up and see who her husband is, see where he works, and see who her ex-husband was. And then you could see this giant, manager kind of thing over entertainment. And then if you look at their building from above, it's like, it's got, I don't remember all of the symbology that's in this building, but it's a lot. And I don't remember all of the details, but you could look it up. And it is, it's definitely a deep state run. But, entertainment, Hollywood's run by the CIA. And it's all it's all meant to get us to think the way they want us to think. And it's all for our programming. That's why it's called What Programs Are On. Because it's for our programming. And so, these people, I think that they have them in situations where they don't really have rights to their songs. I think in their contracts and stuff, and there's so much lawyers that are willing to take payoffs, and like you go, you see these people trying to become famous, and there's certain people who approach them and stuff. Well, when you start thinking about the people who approach these people, the managers and the lawyers and all that stuff, you don't know what backroom deals they're doing. Okay, well, just don't mention this part in the contract, and, we'll give you a little extra, because everything is seedy, shady bullshit. So, I think some of these people lose the rights to their songs, like they're owned by the corporation, which, by the way, the corporation is really revealing itself right now. Yesterday, I had seen a thing, and you could go look it up. It was, because all three of the people would have probably posted it on their channel, but it was Mel K. Boy, she's really snoozing, but I'm telling you, she was up all night. Mel K, the Street Fighter, Scott the Street Fighter, and Michael Jaco. They were doing a little talk, and they were talking about Mel K. She should be the one who's teaching deciding about the not the itinerary, the whatever the details of kids learning about history. Oh my God, she knows so much stuff. Oh man, she must be the best researcher, and she retains information. She's not looking stuff up while she's saying it. She's just spouting it out like, oh my gosh, she knows a lot of shit, man. But stuff, they were talking about a lot of stuff in the Ukraine and Russia where it was before, like why it's at the place it is right now, like what's been going on there, and it's been bad. Like Putin is definitely trying to save lives. He's trying to save them from the deep state, because they have been murdering Russians, and he's been fighting the deep state for a long time. Like him and Soros is against him, and Soros is back in charge over there. So he is, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I bet you I just said a word I wasn't supposed to say about 50 fucking times. God damn it. Anyways, get back on track. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff going on there. There is, they're misleading everybody. So they're they make the good guys the bad guys and the bad guys the good guys, but everything's going to flip around and you're going to see the truth. The truth's coming to the surface. Not everything's going to be in this backwards way for very much longer. And, but we have all these corporations now who are going against the whole country, not just the person in charge. They're going against the people, they're not letting them use cars, not letting them use PayPal, not letting them have Coke, not letting them have Netflix, not letting them have all sorts of stuff. But all of these, Netflix, oh my God, and Hulu too. All of our entertainment is all deep state owned. So this, it's just it's disgusting, but it's revealing itself. So, I'm not shocked by any of the ones who are, saying, "Oh, you can't. We're boycotting you. We're not going to give you our product anymore." And I mean, really, they would be cutting off these people from a way of living. So they're doing this to, it's like trying to strong arm. The battle is with these groups, the good and evil. And they keep wanting to show us the players, but it's good and evil. That's the battle. It is, and they've got people fooled over who's good and who's evil. So you just got to watch through those kind of eyes if everything's a lie. You can't get caught up in the drama. And I can't believe how many people are caught up in the drama. I tried to watch a tarot card girl yesterday that I really liked. And then she started going on it about it. And I was like, no way. Oh my gosh. She's just watching the news all day. And she's so sad and she's so crying. So everybody who comes and gets a reading, she's going to donate money. So then you can also feel you've donated. Kind of do a team effort. But you get something out of it because you get a reading. It's like, oh my God. People are so fucking tricked. And these are people, people doing tarot cards, you think of as being spiritual, connected, they're talking to spirit guides and stuff like that, but they're just blind. They're blind to, I don't know how to get people to wake up and see the truth. It is about planting seeds, because just like when I tell my friends stuff and she'll think, okay, well, she's not going to tell me I'm crazy because she's been called crazy for the stuff she said. So she knows, like, well, it could be. It could be weather control. There could be a lot of poison in our stuff. And now she's just seeing it nonstop. And so it is. I think a lot of it is just planting the seed, making you have an awareness like something is not what you think. So you start paying attention. And there's something else I wanted to say about the other thing I was saying. Wasn't the music. Oh, I can't remember. I have too many things that I'm trying to talk about. There's too many things. I've got too many things going in my head. But anyways, I can't remember. I think I didn't finish saying something, that I cut myself off in the middle of something and switched to something else. And I hate to do that, because then I always feel like, oh, that's probably annoying if you want to hear what I was saying before. And then I switched to something else. So I wanted to go back and circle back what it was. I can't remember. But anyways, I mean, I think it was, about the battle between good and evil. And, it's going to be shown. So all of these corporations that are coming out and showing, who they are, that is going to become significant, because these corporations that are doing it, you've got to remember that the corporations, like, they could have CEOs and stuff who are running them, but there's somebody like Zuck, who's running all this shit. Then there's somebody running him. He's not in charge of shit. He's just the guy who goes and talks. He's the puppet. And, you have to prove yourself to be a puppet. Ooh, and that's another thing that it showed in this show. I was so glad it showed this too. Was in this Dying Up Here show, the one I'm talking about. There was a part where this guy goes, he's going to do some side work, and he goes to a house, and he's told this is a modeling house. This is where all these models live. And he goes in, and it's just sex everywhere. Everywhere there's sex going on. And so he's like, this is not a modeling house. This is a whorehouse. And they're like, oh, no, this is modeling. And he can see through it, but it's all this bullshit. So at one point, there's a big situation that happens, and he has to go in there and, tell him to stop and talk to the guy and tell him to go. And the people to get to go to this place, so you think of it as like an island. So you got to get invited. So who's inviting you? And why are they inviting you? And what are they trying to get on you? So this person who goes, the one that had the big scene, so he gets a visit by this other guy. And now he's got something over him. And, you know, they should look at the picture of the family. And that's what they do. They go, these people who draw, like, invite you to the party, get you to come to the party, you know, and whatever's in the drinks, who knows, and then get footage. They get blackmail on you. And that's how they control you. That's how they control the upper echelon of our world, is all by this seedy blackmailing kind of world. That's why I say it's fucking, the government is a fucking mafia. It's not like we've just accepted the mafia to run us. You know, it's just a corrupt enterprise. There's nothing for us. So, but it's exposing itself right now. It's all coming to the surface. And, you know, they're shooting their arrows over to that one country and those people. But it's going to have everybody start to see. And, you know, this is going to just keep going. It's going to keep rolling out and rolling out and rolling out, unfolding. All of this stuff is going to continue to unfold. We're not going into Armageddon or anything. This is unfolding so that we can release this stuff. Because like I've said a million times, it's not going to be a part of the age of Aquarius. This is the end of this. This is the end of this age, the end of this experience. My stomach's growling. And that's another thing too. Everything I'm eating is just making me feel really sick. I know it's poison. I just know. Like they hit us hard out here too. I know they hit a lot of places hard. I mean, freaking poor Netherlands, full of HIV right now. Like, and there's so many places that are, but people aren't tested. These, you know, we just got to keep focused on the positive. Keep focusing on, like, we're gonna get through this. Especially, you know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You have no control over it. Like I've said, you know, somebody could, you know, transition out of this reality. And it was supposed to happen that way. It's not because it happened earlier, before its time, or any of that stuff. It's just leaving this reality because they were done. Their contract was up. They didn't have anybody else to interact with. The contracts were done. So it's time to go. And so there will be people who will go, you know. But we just have to stay focused on, you know, our own path and our own purpose. And, you know that, you know, there's going to be things that are going to be helping us, the med beds. So, you know, I mean, that's what gets me through when I can't see and I'm frustrated as shit. I got so frustrated yesterday. I dropped something and I can't see. It's so hard too, like everything I'm doing, like picking up the wood and stuff, because I've got to be more careful because I can't see. Like I have places I can't see because I'm losing my peripheral. And so like Stella, this is how much I can't see. Stella could be laying in front of me and I can't see her and I could step on her. So I've got to be really super careful. I've always got to be looking way down to see what's down there because my eyes don't see it anymore. I have to look purposely. And so, you know, I mean, it's on my mind all the time, you know, my eyes. And when I can't find something, it's super frustrating. When I can't see stuff, it's very frustrating. And because it's more than just the peripheral, it's the other thing that they're doing. Whatever they were trying to do to fix that thing, they just fucked up my eyes worse. So now, you know, I've got all these like things in my eyes where I can't see past them. There's lots of stuff in my eyes and it's like there's a film over my eyes and it still hurts. Like if I touch my eyes, because when they lasered them, which is supposed to be 99% effective, and when they lasered them, it felt like they burned my eyeballs off. And it felt really scabby for days. It hurt so bad. And and I felt like my eyeballs were like swollen. Fuck, I would never do that again. And they do this all the fucking time to old people. Like, I'm not even that old for, you know, I've got a lot of this stuff prematurely because of the brain injury. You know, they fucked up a lot of stuff when they did that. And the people that are doing it to, like my mom, she's almost 80, and all her friends going in and getting eyeball shots. They're putting fucking poison directly into their eyeballs. And my mom gets super sick after every one. I keep telling her, stop getting the fucking eye shots. Ugh. Well, I don't want to be blind. Mom, we're going to have med beds. Just hold out. But, people can't imagine. They can't imagine that there's technology the government's holding back. Why would they do that? I don't know, because the backroom deals with Big Pharma? Who's making the most money? Are they going to make money off of us if they give us a refrigerator that lasts forever? Are they going to make money off of us if they give us a car that lasts forever? If we don't need gasoline, if we don't need electricity, where are they going to make money? How are they going to live their lifestyle? Because they suck off of us. They're a bunch of fucking parasites. And, but, they do these treatments. And think about some of these people. Like, I'm not old and fragile. Like, I'm a badass. I can fucking pick up wood and climb on ladders and stuff. There's a lot of people who can't do stuff like that. By the time they're 40, they can't do shit. So, you get to be up there in, 70s and 80s and 90s. And they're bringing these people in and doing this fucking lasering their eyeballs and sticking shots in them and stuff. We're fucking experiments. This goddamn Nazis been running this goddamn world for so fucking long. Before they were called that word, they were always there. They've always been there. And, they've gotten some names over time, just like we call them like a cabal or deep state or whatever now. But same fucking people. It's always been the same fucking people. And, as far as I'm concerned, we just have to really keep focusing on the future. All of this stuff that's happening, just keep letting it go and being like, let it go like, like you get out of the ocean, and you sit in the sand, you get all that sand, and you get up and you start dusting off, Let everything go like that. Just brush it off. Like, let it go. This world is ending, but it's not the end of the world. It's their reality that is ending. And go with the flow. Let it end. Don't get caught up. Stay focused on the future. Stay focused on what you want, your desires, what you want for your future. What your heart and your guidance is telling you. And, like with the medical, if you've got any sickness, if you've gotten these or anything, don't get all paranoid because everybody's like saying, you're going to die. We're all going to fucking die. And we're all full of poison. Just a lot of people who are saying these ones are going to go don't realize how full of it they are too. We're all full of it. They put it in every single thing we consume. It's got toxins in it. Our air, our food, our water, our medicine, every freaking thing that we put in is, even if you go and you try and move out into, go off grid, and you still have to breathe this air. You still, if you are collecting rainwater, it's full of fucking toxins and poisons. If you get seeds to grow your food, well, do you go get the soil? Do you buy the soil? You think the soil is meant for, you don't think it has some shit in it? And you think your seeds are good? No, every freaking thing that we are getting is poison. That's why this world has to be taken down. We cannot live like this. We have seen they are killing us in mass. People do not have to die like this. People do not have to be sick like this. We have to have this in so that we can start having freedom to live as we were meant to live, free on this planet to experience. So I call it a planet, but it's reality. But anyways, just if you have sickness and stuff, that's what gets me through is just keep thinking, okay, we're going to have med beds. Everything is going to be healed. I mean, I don't even think most people can even imagine what would life feel like if I didn't have pain, if I didn't have this issue or that issue, because we're so used to it. I mean, little kids, it's in us from the very beginning. It's in our goddamn mother's milk, these poisons. So, most of us have all had issues our whole fucking life because it's goddamn poison. And so, just imagine how great it's going to feel to just get to that, because it's something with vibration and frequency. It's like when you take that, when they do those water tests, and they play those different music with the frequency, and you can make it look like crystals, or you can make it look like, treachery. We're in treachery. But we're going to move into crystals. And just imagine how good you're going to feel inside when everything in your body is in alignment and your frequency is high, your vibration is good, because we are pulled down. That's why aliens just can't just come down here like people, just come down here, because this is a deep, deep, heavy vibration. That's why this stuff can go on like this. It's low vibration. When we move up into higher vibration, and we do learn more about healing ourselves, because going into the med bed, it's not going to be like magic. No, it's going to be you participating. You have to heal yourself. You're just given the vibration to do it. You're given some assistance. So we have such a great thing ahead. And that's why it's so important to be working on yourself now, releasing your binds, your ties to this world, the things that have made you feel less than and low and small. You got to be releasing that stuff so you are ready to go into those beds and ready to heal yourself, so that you are, you're steps ahead. The people who are, like, I know a lot of them, just focused on the drama, caught up in the drama. They're just in it. They put themselves in it. It has nothing to do with their real life, but they put themselves in it. And, you can sit there and go, well, these people have it so bad, so my life isn't that bad, so I'm just going to focus on theirs. But when you're not focused on you, you're not doing your healing, you're not doing your work, you're distracting yourself. So, it's important as the stuff arises, however you are triggered, to work on you, because that is moving you into this space of healing. So you're ready to heal your body and stuff, because it's all coming. So focus on the future you want. Don't focus so much on the bullshit. Because people just get caught up in it, because we do love each other. We do care about each other. We do know we're all connected. We do know we're all part of the same thing. And so, of course, when we see another aspect of self being hurt, we're going to feel the pain. But we can't focus on everyone else's pain. They're all there for that own experience. We have to focus on our own pain. And don't think your pain is like because somebody else is suffering. Focus on you, and you're going to see. You're going to heal stuff that you have been carrying, your burdens. Those are what you got to release. Your self-esteem is tainted by their parameters. So those are the things that you need to work on for yourself. Just the more, it doesn't matter if people think you're selfish or egotistical or whatever the fucking stupid ass language words that they come up with. It's all meant to corral us. Don't let yourself be corralled by somebody else's words. Focus on you. Focus on your healing. And it's hard. Don't think like, oh, it'll be easy. No, I know people who understand it, and they're still struggling, trying to figure out, like, what is the message that I'm supposed to be getting? Because you will get the same thing over and over and over. And you just got to go in and look at something deeper. And I say, spend time in meditation. Spend time trying to connect with your inner self, your guidance that comes from within, so that you can understand what it is you're supposed to release, because the information's in you, and if you're struggling to find it, it is, getting out of your head space and moving into your heart space, because your head space is full of so much other stuff. It's full of garbage. It's full of, broken records. It's full of doubt. It's full of ego. It's, it's just a lot of junk that you have to weed through. And then when you're low vibration and you're down, you've got like entities talking to you and, beating you down. So, you just, it's important to work on you and your healing, and, spending time to yourself is a really great way to cut out the noise, so that you can really see, what is it I'm supposed to be getting from this? How am I supposed to heal from this? And, it's going to be us all doing that is going to create the world we want. We are the creators of this world. It's up to us to do the work, because we don't want what they're offering. We are ready for something new. So think about that, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.